We're here for some more Martincitopants. Woo! That was a bad woo, but whatever. I know I can't woo like I used to. I can't do a very enthusiastic one. I feel like that was like a woo a smoker would make. Anyway, so first thing I'm gonna get off my chest because some of you may be wondering, some of you are already questioning why we're reacting to Martincitopants' second Factorio video. Well, that's because I already reacted to the first one over on my buddy Ozmo's channel. I reacted to the first one with him and Jerry, and I put it in my. I have a playlist for all my reactions. And one for Martincitopants reactions as well. I put that video in that playlist there, so if you want to go see that, you can go check it out, or you can see it, which will be in the description below. But yeah, we're gonna see the second part of the Factorio Jesus, I'm not redoing that intro. We're gonna see part 2 of his Factorio series, and yeah. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So let's go into that now, shall we? Oh yeah, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Check out my gaming channel if you want. And now we're jumping into it. So let's go and do that now, shall we? Almost forgot to do that. Anyways, let's get into this. Oh.
Good evening.
What just disappeared?
Welcome back to...
What just disappeared? Hold on. Oh, it just
Good evening.
Turned around, okay.
Welcome back to Factorio.
Hello!
Last video, we installed the space exploration mod, built a big old factory, laid waste to our animals.
Yeah, I did see something about it being extremely modded, so yeah, well, I don't know what vanilla Factorio is, but I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Constructed a rocket and launched ourselves into the great beyond. In this video, we expand even further. More death, more destruction, and more development of unprecedented...
And hopefully more water fill. That was so hilarious. A water fill. Water fill.
Risk management strategy through scalable microactions. In this video, we won't just be going to space, but other whole planets. The entire solar system will not be spared from our reach.
Alright, neat.
So, let us...
Why were we pointing at Clotho? What did Clotho do? I don't know. Wait, hold on. What are these names? Seagull... Whatever this is. Tanu, Cyclops. There's a planet called Cyclops. Okay. Ninlil, Riza, Caldas, Asteroid Belt. Okay.
From our reach. So, let us continue.
Sound like a car driving. Alright. Continue on.
But before we can continue,
Sponsor.
I must fulfill my obligations.
Yep, sponsor. That's a lot of knuckle cracking.
Opera GX.
Yep,
that's right, boyos. This video is sponsored by Opera GX, the speediest gamer web browser you have ever seen in your entire life. Are you tired of these stinky web browsers vacuuming up all your RAM? Can't watch my videos in crystal clear 1440p.
What is going on with the sponsor?
Forgot to close those 8,000.
We got Doom music going on and just the voices over. I love it when sponsors are done like this. It makes them a lot more fun to watch.
It's about the most random shit imaginable, like the surname. Well, worry not, fuckos. Opera GX is here to save you. Download it now with my link in the description and use GX Control. Stop sucking up my RAM. Done. Stop sucking up my CPU. Done.
No.
Stop sucking... No. The network bandwidth used, so when you download your 8 terabytes of smut, it doesn't interfere with your intense gamer session. Gentlemen, you can customize this browser to your heart's content. Dark mode, light mode. Force dark mode on every page so that this doesn't happen to you. And best of all, my very own wall.
You really, for real though, because like Jesus Christ, don't be only psychopaths use white background. Set the psychopath.
Wallpaper, simply phenomenal. Fellas, we need to do something very important. Download Opera GX, click this button in the top right, use custom wallpaper, get more wallpapers, download my wallpaper, and rate it 5 stars. Has Opera GX told me to do this? No, this is purely for my own vanity. We are currently at 23 ratings, but...
By the way, I do use dark mode, by the way, yeah. Ignore my tabs. I know, I got like so many up there. Yeah.
We need to have more. Jay Schlatt has 194, Russian Badger has 272, and PewDiePie has 748. And we can do better. What are you waiting for, fuckos?
So.
Each passing day, my ego must grow larger. Finally, if you download using my link, you get a small section from my past few uploads. So
should I check that video out? Australians take on America? Because I'm actually interested in that. Should I check that out at some point? Let me know in the comments.
Never miss a video ever again. And let's continue.
Alrighty then.
Now, you may be asking, Mr. Mart, why has it been over a year since the last Factorio video?
You know, that is a question. Yeah, like how... It's been over a year. How long is it? Yeah, because this video was... When was this video made? This video was made back in December of 2022. And he just released, like, what is it? Part 3 of it, like, a couple days ago? Let me check. Yeah, I just checked. He released part 3 a while ago. And that was, like... Alright, so how many years is it going to take for the next part, if there is a next part? That's the question here.
Well, I've been lazy, but I do have some excuses. For one, Ben and I in our infinite wisdom decided that this perfectly good, albeit a bit laggy factory wasn't good enough, and we just had to restart. So we switched up the mods a bunch and spent another 100 hours building a giant factory. Huge production facility.
I spent another week of pure gaming on this to just, yeah, we're going to restart and spend another 100 hours on building all this. Okay.
Is a totally necessary and
See, you know, the thing is that he said he did it because it was getting laggy, and the thing is I would probably totally do the same thing if it got like something like that too, yeah.
pain in the ass 8-lane train network, and a room full of the most precious resource.
Oh.
At around 100 hours, we managed to get the first cargo rocket up and got ourselves into space. And then we were like, you know what? This world kind of stinks. I don't like the mods. Everything is too goddamn large. And generally it has an unpleasant vibe. So, once again in our infinite wisdom, we abandoned that world and started over again. So, of course, day one. The crash landing, big space laser death rays, and setting up the starter base, basic mining, basic smelting, red and green science, a blue 2021 Dodge Challenger, and most importantly,
it's his summer car.
Penis, and the Zaza. 2 hours in, things were going well. And then, we built an entire factory.
Hey.
Now, I'm just going to say that this was an intelligent storytelling choice, and definitely not me forgetting to record anything for over 40 hours. During those 40 hours, we built a whole factory. We constructed a runway for our brand new aircraft and covered it in poop. Tristan wrote a beautiful haiku. Okay.
What is it? Oh, go back. Pleasant afternoon. A little okay.
Cool. Okay. He developed a powerful addiction to cement, built some concrete production, and then was never heard from. Ever again. These 40 hours of Factorioing were done before I went to America to make this video, so I wasn't under any particular time pressure. But if I wanted to get this video out in time, things would have to get efficient up, which is a problem for me because if I play Factorio for too long, my brain goes woo, 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 woo. And I walk around in circles for hours at a time.
That's I think that happens with any game, yeah.
Time.
And probably more so with a game as this, because like, I want to be honest, I probably wouldn't. There's like so much stuff in this. It's just like, you know, I probably could figure it out, but my brain would turn into mush in the midst of playing this for too long too. Yeah, because like, Christ.
Doing nothing. And so, not wanting to dilly-dally any further, Ben and I set our sights on launching to space. Day 2. Time to launch to space. Ben and I loaded up the cargo rocket with a bunch of supplies and did our maiden launch for the 3rd time. And space, baby.
Space.
Up there to greet us was this asteroid covered in junk and a bunch more useful stuff that we wouldn't be able to get for quite a while. So after cleaning off the asteroid, we got to work on today's goal: space science. Like all the other sciences, but space.
Nice.
While I was hard at work expanding our scientific capabilities, Ben busied himself with the construction of infrastructure.
I don't know. I have a better idea, Mom.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Building stuff in space
Got another
presents
bullet
a
train.
whole new type of logistical challenge. Where do I get materials? Well, there are a few options. Sending them up in cargo rockets, or using these. Delivery cannons. Do exactly what...
We're just gonna put it in a big-ass cannon and just gonna shoot it all the way up into the sky, and you're just gonna have to catch it, and the whole field's into Oh my god. Yeah, I don't see how this could go wrong.
What you'd expect. They shoot stuff into space. For them to work properly, we need...
well, if it falls down like that, then
a special chest for the goods to land in, and a way of telling them to turn on and off, so this doesn't happen. Deciding on which transport mode to use.
It's like the care package dropping. Hold on, bro. Discord like literally interrupted the video. Jesus. Anyways, as I was saying, that's like the care package kills in Call of Duty. Yeah.
Presents
where they they kill someone with a care package. They just camp behind them, sneak behind them, and then
quite the conundrum. Which items do we send via rocket? Is it worth
The only difference is that it's a lot more chaotic.
The basic plates with delivery cannons, or is that impractical? Making things even more difficult was the fact that some items we got in space couldn't really be used up here and had to be dealt with somehow. Ben, however, while trying to reconstruct the fish tunnel from our second base, gentlemen, The fish tunnel found the perfect solution to that particular problem.
I don't know, scrap in here.
Just fucking flinging it into space. So, after wiring everything together, building delivery cannon chests, making a transmitter and receiver, and setting up our little space science production, before we knew it, space science was done.
Alright.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, look at that.
This process takes a fair bit of energy, so using our combined 3.5 brain cells, we did this.
It's fucking impossible to walk.
Oh boy.
We are intelligent Factorio engineers.
Yes,
Back
you
down
are.
on Norvis, we had a few issues. For one, a coronal mass ejection. Our umbrella
boy.
defense took all the power from the factory, causing a giant blackout, but none of our base was damaged, and one of the CME beams even barbecued some biters. So thumbs up from me. Secondly,
Nice.
our flimsy walls were being eaten
Oh, boy.
yet again.
I'm fucking.
Well, hey, we know how to take care of that. Take care of that the same way last time. Water fill! That was so funny. Water fill!
Take him on.
No, Ben, no.
You're not... I'm gonna... Yeah, you're not Doomslayer. You're not gonna go in there and just get all of them, alright? You're not Ellen Ripley. I appreciate... I can appreciate the attempt, though, but did not go well.
For us to work efficiently in space, and eventually on other planets, our defenses would have to be self-sufficient. What we needed to do was build a wall. Day 3.
Donald Trump in there.
Oh no. Time to build a wall. A wall building
I
because
just accidentally paused for like 2 seconds, my bad. Oh, and I'll go back a bit.
Day 3. Oh no. Time to build a wall. If you cast your mind back to the previous video, we got away with minimal wall building because you could just build an impervious moat with everyone's favorite item.
Water fill!
Water fill. Of course, our peaceful moat building eventually turned into this.
Yeah!
The mod author, clearly having seen the utter shenanigans one can achieve with a bit of water fill, tragically...
Water fills your house. Bro, the water fill just cracks me up. Like I go back and watch Jerry and the collab with Jerry and Ozma where we watched that one, and I go back to that part because of how funny it was.
put a stop to it. Truly, a sad day for Bean Boys Incorporated. For this world, we decided not to use water fill since it's really not that fun, so instead, we had to
What do you
build
mean
an
it's not that
actual
fun? It
wall
looked extremely fun. Come on. Alright, fine.
with actual defenses. So we built an actual wall with actual defenses. Here's the blueprint.
Alright.
Some flamethrower turrets for the big damage, laser turrets to finish them off, and 2 layers of self-healing mending walls to keep out those to top it all off,
He went there. Man, I knew there was going to be a Donald Trump joke somewhere in there.
trade sections, gay sections, and train
Because
stops.
anytime you say, we need to build a wall, you already know it's coming. You already know something along the lines of that is coming.
For our repair train to come and visit when things need repairing. Now, what's the point of spending all this time designing and building a shiny new wall if it doesn't expand our territory? So, I hopped in the attack helicopter and expanded our territory.
Bean Boys Incorporated. Yeah!
This is where our most powerful mod came into effect.
Oh.
And no, I'm not talking about the helicopter. I'm talking about the replacement of explosion sounds with vine booms. Once it was all said and done,
Oh
thousands
man,
of fighters have been
that's
laid off.
hilarious. Like, imagine explosions IRL actually did do vine booms. That'd be hilarious.
Evicted, and burnt to death, and our territory had been greatly expanded. Now, of course, let's build that wall. During construction, I had what some might refer to as a silly clown moment. To help speed things up, I'd been making good use of the jetpack, but the jetpack takes fuel, and I ran out.
Oh, of course. Oh,
Walking all the way
I thought
back
he was about to get, like, hoarded by a bunch of bugs.
was gonna take me ages, so instead of using my shit-ass legs, I handcrafted a Dodge Challenger in about half a
Hey.
second, and drove it back to base.
It's a summer car. It's making a pitch. That's 2 cars I got taken out by a train now. Oh, well, technically 3. Because it happened in the second My Summer Car vid, but yeah.
Automating space science allowed us to research a lot of new things. New machines,
Growth facility grows biological specimens under a range of controlled conditions.
grows biological specimens, me. But most importantly, everyone's favorite weapon system,
Hey!
artillery.
Yeah! Get the big boom, boys! Just fart noises. And I'm just like imagining, like, maybe get like some X-Men mutant that can like just manipulate the sound waves, and whenever giant explosives comes over to you, they literally manipulate it to make fart sounds and everything. Christ.
Huh. Well, I guess the wall works pretty well. Now that the base perimeter had been secured, it was time to expand the factory to other worlds. Day 4. Seagull, the site of our next grand expansion. Seagull is a small moon rich in cryonite, the first resource that we can't just get on Novus. And cryonite, we would be needing. So to get started, I fired up the creative world and spent a few hours creating. Cryonite presents a bunch of new challenges. First of all, it's not practical to put the processing plant on Novus because cryonite ore only stacks at 20, which kind of makes moving it around a bit of a gigantic pain.
You ever think about getting like a stack mod? Is there like a stack mod in here? Because that's annoying whenever it's just like only stacks up to like that. Like that reminds me of playing Ark, and like I had to like figure out ways to just like not have that happen so much because of how annoying it was. I had to like, and I mainly played Ark on Xbox, so I had to like go in and like go into like the files and everything of like the servers we played on and like figure out how to do it. And I had to you have to individually do it for certain items too, and I eventually figured it out, but god, it was a bitch and a half to do.
In the arse. But cryonite rods stack to 200, and each cryonite rod takes 10 cryonite ore, so that's 100 times better. Well, to make the rods, we need heavy oil, and the only way for us to get that is with oil processing, so we need to make some oil processing, but then we also need a way to deal with the light oil and petroleum byproducts, so we turn this into solid fuel, and then since another step in the process uses steam, we use the solid fuel in a boiler to make our steam, but it doesn't need that much steam, so we boil off the steam in turbines, but the turbines only turn on when the solar panels don't produce enough energy, so we need a way of turning off the solar panels when we need to burn off the steam, and then that step that takes steam also produces water, so we need a way of making sure the water tank isn't full, and not to mention the fucking mountains of sand produced. Why is there so much sand? So yeah, it's already pretty complicated, and this is the simplest.
Why are you annoyed by the sand? You ain't Darth Vader.
New resource. With all that being said, here's the blueprint.
Oh, nice.
So, time for our next big venture.
Alrighty then. Expanding to space! Nice. Nope.
Before leaving, I had written out a comprehensive, exhaustive list of everything we would need. Except, of course, cliff explosives, substations, construction box, and logistics bots.
Oh.
I forgot. I built a big solar field to power the
I
base.
forgot. you know, I'm hoping... Is this where the whole Forgore thing came from? I'm asking because, I don't remember when that popped up, and, this was like almost 3 years ago. Probably not, but what do I know?
Base, sent it on the rocket with all the stuff I forgot, and then sat back and let our good old botters do all the hard work. After an hour, the facility was done, and we had made our first cryonite rods. Yes! To take them back to Novus, I built another rocket, another landing pad, and flew myself back home.
Alright.
And there we go, boys. Cryonite was now available.
Hey.
The first thing we needed it for was making utility science. So I hooked it up to a delivery cannon, went back into space, stuck down a bunch more machines, and before I knew it, utility science was done. Yes!
Hey.
Finally, we could research logistics system, and the factory could grow even larger. Day 5. Time for the factory to grow even larger. Using our new logistics chests, we began reconstruction of our space base to use a bus design. And tragically, in the process of building our new bus, this happened.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh. I thought he was about to get...
Oh no.
Oh,
funnily enough, this train had not been touched
and
for
right
over
before it hit him, too. If anything, that was like good timing, too, yeah.
20 hours and was still spinning. I finished up the start of our bus and rebuilt the science production to make a respectable 60 science per minute.
Whenever you look at the amount of time they spent playing this, you start to understand why it's taken like... Why these videos are made like years apart now. Or at least I imagine... Well, that because, laziness, too, because... Yeah. That's why I haven't uploaded anything to my gaming channel in a bit. I laziness. I need that. Like, I literally have like footage to edit for that, but I haven't yet. So yeah.
Utility science was done. Now it was time for production science. Production science uses Vulcanite, and so it was time for more creative world. Vulcanite, like cryonite, has its own set of unique challenges. First off, Vulcanite stacks to 20, so once again we want to make it into Vulcanite blocks. Vulcanite ore goes into pulverizers, gets pulverized into crushed Vulcanite, enriched Vulcanite, and even more fucking sand. The crushed and enriched Vulcanite and then used in centrifuges with some added sulfur, which produces even more enriched Vulcanite through a feedback loop. The enriched and crushed is then sent to industrial furnaces where it's combined with water and petroleum, which makes our final product Vulcanite blocks and some steam, and the steam is put through a condenser turbine which converts most of it back to water. Now this process is fairly complicated, but what makes it particularly difficult is the fact that planets with lots of Vulcanite also tend to be waterless.
Oh. Well.
No water means we can't easily make the sulfur or petroleum, so those need to be shipped in. Or do they? Since we now have access to cryonite, we can also freeze the water and ship it around that way.
Nice.
Water ice can stack to 200, and each ice holds 100 water, so every stack is 20,000. This is quite a good solution, because ice is almost free, and we don't have to ship any barrels, which is good, because barrels suck. While I was sorting all this out of my head, Ben joined the creative world and decided to build some plutonium reactors.
Nice.
Of course, seeing as we were in a creative world and had access to whatever we wanted,
You know, the more I look at this, the more I can tell that if I ever end up playing this game, I'm probably gonna. Look at this and I see so much stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. But I can tell that if I do play this game, I'm gonna get so invested and sucked into this, and I'm gonna play for hours on end, just like they are. Like it happened. It would happen. Yeah, it would happen.
this very rapidly went off the rails.
Plutonium atomic bomb. Alright, Martin, where the f are you?
Don't shoot this, please.
Oh
god. Oh my god.
It's gonna shoot fast.
Oh
okay.
boy.
Let me do it.
Oh, there they go.
God.
Oh jeez. There it goes.
Jesus Christ. My screen's just white.
What are you...
Look.
What's with all the worms, Ben?
Yeah, it's like an atomic. Jesus Christ.
Alright, Martin, in game blueprints, if you ever need a block of 23,000 worms, it's just fucking there.
Oh my god, that's a lot of worms.
Yeah.
A lot of worms. That's what that is.
Back in the game, we got a few things ready for our Vulcanite expansion and had a look around at the star map when we noticed an interesting structure in the asteroid belt.
Oh boy. Now what?
Day 6. Agni, our chosen destination for Vulcanite processing. But first, more creative world to try and wrap my head around cargo rockets. Okay, it's been a few hours. Mart, did you wrap your head around cargo rockets? Nope. This large amount of Factorio I had been doing was definitely getting to me. My initial plan of being efficient called for a schedule, short breaks every hour or two, frequent meals, but all of that went out the window once I started actually playing. Yeah, sure, I could eat right now, but I'm almost done with my new smelter setup, and I think I know which is more important. This game really is crack. Anyway, I still had a job to do, and today it was to go to Agni and get some goddamn Vulcanite. I loaded up a rocket, this time remembering to bring the stuff I forgot last time, and flew over to our next big venture.
Like the music.
I built another big-ass solar panel, stuck down 10,000 more accumulators because the day-night cycle is quite long, and once again, sat back and let the botters do all the hard work.
Alrighty then.
And after a few hours of bringing more stuff from Novus, the blueprint was built, and Vulcanite was finally being processed.
Hey.
So I took it back home, made a setup to make iron ingots, loaded it all on delivery cannons, built even more space machines, and what do you know? Production science was automated.
Hey, nice.
Oh my god. It only took 82 hours. Production science let us
Only
unlock
82.
a bunch of cool stuff. Better inserter configurations, beacons, bigger bot cargo capacity, coverage
Inserters.
enrichment, and best of all, incendiary artillery shells.
Ooh, those look nice.
These are like normal artillery shells, but spicier. And with that, I quit Factorio and went out with my friends to a nightclub.
Jesus.
You know, for efficiency. Day 7.
Yeah, for efficiency. Christ. I don't think I could ever go in there like... Christ. My anxiety would hit and like go like just out the roof, yeah. I would get so overwhelmed and so overstimulated, man.
After a rather solid night out, leaving the club when the lights came on at 4 AM and getting home at 5, I went to bed, got nowhere near enough sleep, and hopped back on Factorio. However, as you can probably imagine, the powerful hangover I was battling with left me playing Factorio like a complete brick. So, I wasn't going to do anything complicated, just some simple upgrades.
You know, I think we've all been there when we've done something like that. Just like, well, I can't relate to the hangover part, but I can relate to getting, like, hardly any sleep, and then getting onto a game that you're definitely going to play on for hours, and then playing, well, like you said, a brick. Yeah.
Productivity Module 3s, some Coverx processing, concrete production to fuel my incredible cement addiction, some upgrades for the science setups, and finally, designing and building a nuclear reactor that takes no inspiration whatsoever from this one by Zisto. Nope, none. They just happen to be quite similar, for no particular reason. I completed the day with some copper smelting expansion. Hey girl, are you a construction worker?
Oh boy.
Because you are building.
It simply just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Right before I went to bed, I found this wonderful hidden text plate.
Lovely.
Day 8. Our resources are running low, and that space we claimed on day 3, well, I think it could be larger. Right now, we need more copper, and while there's a little bit within our walls, there is much, much more, just a little outside of them. I think you see where this is going. It was time to expand our territory once again. I laid out a plan for a new wall, trying to use as much water as possible. But what's the point spending all this effort clearing out new territory if our wall is outdated and shit? So I hopped back into the creative world and built Wall version 2. For our new wall, I would be using some of our new upgrades. Each wall segment would have an artillery turret loaded with incendiary shells, but the main difference is in the train stops. The old system was dumb, but the new system is less dumb. This totally, fully necessary big blob of combinators reads
the new system isn't better, it's just less dumb.
Contents of these chests and calls the train when supplies run low. The main advantage of the new system is that once the station is built, the train will automatically come by, unload the materials and construction bots, and the bots will build the rest of it for me. The flamethrowers also now use napalm, since why not? Anyway, for us to actually build these walls, we would need to clear out a lot of biters. So I hopped back in the attack helicopter and got to work on our next grand expansion.
Get aside! Now, is this Doom music? I'm pretty sure it is, but I could be very wrong. Someone in the comments will let me know.
The first wall segment had been placed, and thousands of biters had been sacrificed for it to happen. I quickly stuck down some copper outposts, and the factory's blood could flow yet again. Day 9. I wasn't done. Gentlemen, it was time to build the rest of the wall. To build it, I'd have to clear out thousands and thousands of biters. So, wanting to do things efficiently, I ran some tests. The attack helicopter was great, but it needed lots of rockets and it had health, so it could die.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Yep,
and while it was very fast,
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, because I was just like, imagine it broke and then you got swarmed, and there it is.
It could be faster. Introducing the Flying Fortress. One of the vehicles of all time. More health and faster speed. Surely this would be better than the helicopter.
Oh boy.
Nope. The Flying Fortress is
I was about to say. As every time he's like, surely this will be better than so-and-so. And then he goes, nope. Oh boy.
Plane. And airplanes have this little quirk where if you go below a certain speed, they go, I don't want to fly anymore. And they land. So, inevitably, while delivering high explosive rockets from the safety of my plane, I flew too slow, the plane landed itself, and I got mauled to death by an angry mob. No.
There it is.
Next up was our new incendiary artillery, which proved to be much more effective. Using manual targeting, I could clear entire giant nests in a few seconds. Even better, I could use the helicopter to get to an island, stick down the turrets, and rain death behind an impervious barrier of water. This was great, but it could be even better. Introducing artillery shells that are atomic bombs.
Oh!
Our arsenal
We've gone nuclear.
The blueprints are ready, and Operation Poopshit was a go.
Love the operation name. Here we go. Yeah. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Jesus. Just exterminate all of them.
Oh, Ben, I found the resonant frequency of my
You know, normally I'd prefer getting in and ripping and tearing, but burning and exploding don't sound too bad either.
room. Would you like to hear the resonant frequency of my room?
Oh boy.
Yes.
And would you look at that? The biters are all dead, and
Nice.
the wall is all built.
Nice.
Holy shit, I think that's it. In total, it took me about 13 hours of pure killing,
Jesus.
paving, and building to get here. But it was
Christ.
definitely worth it.
Alright.
Because safety
I
and
hope
security
so.
had finally, for real this time, been achieved.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that safety and security has not been achieved.
Day 10. With our borders more
Okay, I thought we were about to say a but, or maybe. I guess not. Okay, I guess he did achieve it. Okay, I was about to be like, okay, when's the screw up gonna show up?
secure than ever, it was time to continue on our galactic conquest. Ben and I, again seeing that spaceship in the asteroid belt, decided to hop in a rocket and go get it.
All right.
Alright, here it is, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
3,
probably-
2, 1, launch.
All right.
Oh. And engage.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh, there we are. We're in Novice.
no.
I'm gonna go down here. Bam.
I'm fucking
That was
stuck
sick.
on this solar panel.
That's actually so cool. It's called the Cum Wagon.
Yeah.
Riding on the
course.
high of our successful bootstrapped spaceship experience, we scoured the star map for anything else interesting. And we found something interesting.
Oh.
An
Cool.
alien pyramid structure poking
Oh.
out of the ground on the surface of Agni.
Cool. Underground exploration, maybe? Maybe a whole kingdom underground? Who knows?
So, Ben and I headed over to Agni to take a look.
Oh boy.
There it is.
Oh boy. Something crazy's about to happen, isn't it?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, to be continued 2 years later. Oh Christ. This was good. I enjoyed it.
Once again to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Download them from the link in the description and the pinned comment.
There you go. That it. I don't think there's anything else. God damn it, there was something else.
Oh,
Yep, just swarmed. Yep. Hey, there's a video right there. Yeah, lovely. Well, I think it's safe to say that I'll be reacting to the newest Factorio video pretty soon. Yeah. I'm very much enjoying this. I'm very much liking the Factorio stuff. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go and end the video now. So if you enjoyed it, check out the original video, which will be linked in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Go support Martincitopants for making this video. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.